McLaren, a supercar company that was designed not that long ago, but has cars that look fantastic and very modern. They not only made F1 cars, but made really good supercars that look fantastic. Unfortunately, this happens to be one of those expensive supercar brands with their cheapest cars at over $90,000 and ranging all the way to $5 million at the most. So, a common day folk like me, we can't afford this type of car. So today, we're going to be looking at the best McLarens in Asphalt 8, which is the game that I play if you know my channel very well. I do have my two shoutouts as always. The first one goes to Da Hamster 8, who has really nice Asphalt 8 videos about knockdowns and all sorts of stuff. My second shoutout goes to one of my biggest fans ever, and I love this guy so much. It's Captain Chrome, and he has really helpful tips on how to win events in Asphalt 8, along with a bunch of awesome stuff. As always, channel links will be in the description, unless I forget about it. Alright guys, let's get straight to our best McLaren cars video. However, I did leave two cars out that did not make it into this list. You guys might get a little upset, but let me try to explain myself. The two cars I left out was the McLaren P1 GTR and the McLaren F1 XP5. These cars, don't get me wrong, are wonderful cars. Here's the issue. It's very hard to upgrade them. They require a lot of cards, a lot of very rare engines, and also, unfortunately, they do not even come close to a Class S King, which is why I had to leave these cars out. So I'm really sorry about that, guys. But let's get to the list. I have two honorable mentions. The first one is the McLaren M14A. It is a Class C car that starts out with a very, very low rank of 981. And its final pro rank is 1550, so it's one of those cars starting with a really low rank and really high end rank, so you can easily multiplayer tune this car. It excels in handling, top speed, acceleration, and it's pretty good at nitro, so it's one of those pretty perfect cars that have a big tuning kit of 65 points. Only downside is that it is kind of hard to upgrade this. It has 10 pro kit levels instead of the regular 5, but you don't need to max the car. So it's really cheap to pro. It's only 651,000 credits, and most people got this car in its championship. If not, it cost 3,500 tokens before it was finally switched to blueprints. Still, this car is wondrous, and I had to mention it. It's not a Class C King, but it really is good in multiplayer, where it takes on DS servals and beats them. My second honorable mention is the McLaren 570S. You guys are going to be like, well, wait a minute, there's a McLaren 570S in this game? Really? Well, that's because you might have forgotten about it, because this car, it stands out in almost everything, but not in a very above average way, so it loses to a lot of Class A cars. This car has a tuning kit bonus of 41 points, and it's kind of expensive to max in Pro, a total of 3.3 million. But it's a great car. I love it so much. It is actually the prettiest McLaren to me in real life. It also has a really good Season 9 race if you plan on wanting a car that farms really well, because it is on the London Eye as shown in this clip, and you can finish the lap easily in less than 55 seconds, and you get about 5,400 credits for the lap, so it's a really good farming choice. But there are better farming options. Starting our top 5, our number 5 spot is the McLaren P1, not the McLaren P1 GTR. This is the Class A one. This car is super good. It is said on WikiHow, it is generally considered one of the best go-to cars in Class A due to having a high performance to price ratio. It only costs 475,000 credits to get, and it is very, very cheap to max and pro. The combined max and pro price is only 500,000 credits. That is very cheap. Said in WikiHow, it is very good at top speed, it has sharp and responsive handling, and a very, very high nitro efficiency and superb acceleration. It is another very perfect car, and it goes 281.9 miles an hour, and can actually beat the Ferrari LaFerrari. Such a great car, very easy to max and pro. I strongly suggest getting this car. Man, just get this car, guys. I love this car. McLaren P1 for you. In the number 4 spot, we have one of my favorite McLaren F1 cars. It is the McLaren MP48, which I hope a lot of you guys want this car. I mentioned this in a lot of my videos. This car is insane. Its top speed is lower than a lot of other Class B Kings, but its acceleration is the best in the entire game, meaning it actually can beat the Mercedes-AMG GT3, Holden Coupe, and it rivals the Lykan Hypersport, okay? That's how good this car is. It's insane. The tuning kit is 52 points, which is a lot. Excellent handling and drifting. Oh my gosh, my god, guys, this car is so good. It has a very high performance to rank ratio. Gosh, what a great car. I really want you guys to guess the next 3 spots in our list, so type it in the comments while I show you my edits on my diss track, which I said I'm probably not doing, but we shall see. So just listen, and make sure to type it in the comment section below. Yeah, Gameloft can't handle this. Y'all know Gameloft is stealing our money, baby. Air's Cheese God. San Francisco boy. Get ready for this diss track. I have to do it, boys. Geez, I'm writing all these checks, sending Gameloft all these texts. Now I bought the Lambo too, for 1 million, that ain't cool. This is Eris Cheese God, I am losing money too. And you know that this is wrong, that's why I'm singing this song. Yeah, I'm talking about you stealing for money, banning all my friends too. Uninstalled Gameloft apps last night, it was 252 and I'll gladly show you. Haha, so as you can see, my diss track is slightly better, but it needs a lot of work still. So, alright guys, our number 3 spot is the McLaren 675 LT. This car is a legend, okay? It has the best farming race in the entire game, where you can race on Dubai, and you can finish the lap in 40 seconds and get 6,500 credits per race without double credits. That's insane. It is such a great car. Now this is straight from WikiHow, so make sure to listen, this is very important. It says,
the McLaren 675 LT is currently the best budget alternative to faster and or more expensive Class A cars like the Mosler GT3, Chevrolet 2016 Camaro SS.
And a super cool thing is how this car actually goes over 300 miles an hour at its Max Pro rank. So seriously, you could multiplayer tune this car pretty good, and it will rival a lot of other cars. It actually even rivals the 9FF GT9 V Max, because the 9FF has a speed multiplier of 88.60%, while this car has a 100% speed multiplier. So the 67 LT actually beats the 9FF GT9 V Max, showing how great this car actually is. Our number 2 spot is the legend, the McLaren MP425. Like the McLaren MP48, this car has 10 Pro Kit levels instead of 5, which is pretty unique. And it requires a bunch of weird engine things, weird serial engines to upgrade, but this car is so good. At a rank of 1591, this car goes 290 miles an hour, which is really fast, but even though it's not the fastest in terms of rank, its acceleration is one of the best in the game. So it is very competitive in multiplayer. It is actually mentioned as one of the best multiplayer cars in the entire game of Asphalt 8, and as long as you choose 1 lap in multiplayer and the multiplayer race is 1 lap, you have almost a 90% chance of winning, because this car is so good. I love this car. It is basically a Tryon Nemesis, except it's Class A. Except this car has real speed and is so good. This car does slip a lot in multiplayer, but as of the car blueprints update, this car does not slip as much anymore, so that means it's even better in multiplayer. I hope the championship comes back another time, because, you know, it's a good car, and if you missed out on this car, like, really, this is an insane car. Our number 1 spot of the list today is a car that slips even more than the McLaren MP425. It is the McLaren MP431. This car is considered as a budget version of the Aston Martin Vulcan, and I sorta agree. It has a speed multiplier of 92.91%, so its total speed is 311.5 miles an hour, which is not bad if you think about it. Only issue is that this car is very hard to pro. It, once again, like all F1 cars, has 10 Pro Kit levels and requires a very special serial engine in order to pro. So this car is mostly useless unless you fully pro it at a rank of 1813. It's really hard to do that, guys. This car, unlike many F1 cars, does not have very good acceleration and has terrible nitro efficiency. So, I mean, this car, man, it is Not a Vulcan killer on many tracks. It only rivals the Vulcan on the shortest tracks of Dubai, but that's it. Still, this car is not very bad. It costs over 1 million credits to fully pro, but that's not a lot, so it is very okay. It is still the fastest car in terms of F1 cars, but really I don't like this car very much. But there you go, that's the #1 spot. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you haven't already, what are you doing, bro? Come on, man. This is the Cheesy Champ gang, and we gotta do this, so make sure to subscribe to help me out. Make sure to like this video. Let's try to get to 100 likes as always. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate it so much. Follow my YouTube, Instagram at ErisCheeseGod, where you will find all the upcoming videos that I'm making. Yeah. We're almost at 100 followers on that Instagram account, guys, so thank you so much. Thanks, my cheesy champs, and peace out. Have a good day.